Welcome to Work from the Inside Out, a podcast that highlights real-life stories, practical strategies, and best practices for transitioning your career from unhappiness and dissatisfaction to fulfillment, meaning, and joy. Now here is your host, career and executive coach, Tammy Guler-Loeb.
Hey everybody, I am so excited to introduce you to my guest today, Lei Wang. In 2004, Lei, who grew up as a Beijing city girl, who had no athletic training, set out to climb Mount Everest. She was on a promising career trek in finance with an MBA from Wharton. But she was excited about proving that an ordinary person could climb Everest. That excitement empowered her to not only climb Everest, but to become the first Asian woman to complete a journey to the summits of the highest mountains on each of the 7 continents and to the North and South Pole, a feat called the Explorer's Grand Slam. As she endured outstanding hardships and overcame seemingly insurmountable obstacles, she made an astonishing discovery. She discovered that excitement is in the driving force that motivates and empowers every one of us, and the secret to innovation, peak performance, and extraordinary achievement. Today, as a coach, speaker, author, and adventurer, she travels the world to ascend new summits and empower individuals and organizations to dream big, take a leap of faith, and to tap into the power of excitement to realize their potential and reach the heights of success. Please join me in welcoming Lei Wang. Hi, Lei.
Hi, Tammy. Thank you for having me.
It is so exciting to have you here. So, as you know, Work from the Inside Out, we love to talk with people who have taken a lot of different twists and turns in their careers and made a lot of different decisions along the way. And it's very clear already, even from your bio, that you've climbed a lot of mountains, literally. So take us back to some of the early years and tell us about some of your beginnings and how that led you to where you are today.
Well, at the beginning, I had no idea where that's going to lead to. When I was young, actually, my first dream was to become a writer.
Ah.
Because you learn as a child to write, right? So I don't know anything else. I thought, okay, I'll be a writer. Then later you learn some math, you learn science, and I want to become a scientist. Oh, I want to become a doctor. So my world is defined by the subjects in school. I didn't know anything outside of school.
Yeah. So you mean every time you were introduced to something new at school, you would get excited about it? You just loved learning whatever was put in front of you?
Yeah, and then, the world is so big, and now I can become a scientist now. I was expanding based on what I just learned.
Wow. So, so where did that take you? When did you decide to take some of those first big steps? Was it in university, or where did you go?
Well, every step, actually, when you're little, every step is huge, right?
Yeah.
Like going from kindergarten to elementary school. Wow, you're going to be a student. That's a big step. Then you're going to become a middle school. You're going to go to the college. Every step was pretty big. Then leaving China, come to US. That's a big step. So now
when did you leave China and come to the US? How old were you?
After college.
Oh, after college. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to college in China.
Then I came to US for graduate school.
I see. What did you study in college in China?
Computer science.
I see. What made you decide to study computer science?
Oh, that is a long winding story. My life is like, now you see that I really see the pattern. It's like I'm so easy to take on a new direction when there's a new information coming. So
really?
Yeah. So yeah, beginning actually for like the first 4 years in my school life, I thought I was going to become a writer, right? Then later on, I figured out I can become a scientist. And by the time I graduated from high school, I was determined to become a doctor. And then there's something happened that the school I want to go to, it just it's not the right year to go to. So I need to go to a different school that year, which
Oh,
I need to go to engineering school. And I have no idea. I never even thought about engineering subjects. So I just asked my friend, what should I study? And my friend told me computer science is the most avant-garde at that time. You should study computer science. So I just studied computer science.
and
Yeah, I was totally
it's
following the flow without thinking.
wow. Wow. So it sounds like whatever you decided to do, you just picked it up and you succeeded at it.
Yeah, as a student, it was pretty easy for me because I'm not a modest, so I am smart. So
Uh-huh.
whatever subject I pick up, I'm good at it. Then I just figured, oh, that must be the thing for me. So I had to keep on
Uh-huh.
whatever new subject introduced, I become good at it,
Wow.
and so that's a track for me.
So so when you came to the US, was that right out of college or did you have some time in between college and going to graduate school or
It's right out of college. I
I
went to
see. So so what made you decide to go to business school?
yeah. So everything is just so coincidental, right? So after I came to US, actually I was in the computer science program in the graduate school, and
Oh.
I worked in IT in banking for a
Oh.
few years. Then some connection invited me to join a startup. And actually, in the startup was started by a few Wharton graduate students. So
Oh.
then they said, oh, then I should go to MBA then.
I see. So you went to grad school in IT
Yeah,
and earned a master's in information technology?
yeah. So I have a master in computer science.
I see. And then started working in IT and banking in a startup?
No, at beginning was working in a bank like Morgan Stanley,
Oh, okay.
and had some connection to join a startup.
I see. And they were Wharton grads and they suggested that you go to business school.
Well, they don't even do suggest for me. It's just every time when you open up a new world, I say, "Oh, there's a different option." Then I just keep on just picking up the new, like it's kind of like you're just picking up the new breadcrumb along the way, and I keep on following it. MBA program.
I see. And were you already in that part of the country or did you specifically identify Wharton or were there other business schools you thought about going to?
Well, because all the founders came from Wharton,
I
so
see. So, yeah.
so naturally I think, all right, that's a school I need to go to.
So, did you leave the startup to go to business school at that time?
Actually, because that happened to be the 2001, the dot-com bubble bursting,
Yes.
so everyone had to go back to school. Bursted.
I see. So it was a good time for everyone to go back to school. Yeah.
And they were dropouts, so they just went back to school.
I see. Got it.
Time people all dropping out of school, and then they all went back to school after the burst.
I see. So, so was business school everything you hoped it would be? Did it quench your thirst for learning about business?
Yeah, definitely. It's more than quenching, it's overwhelming. So much thing to learn,
Yeah.
but there's something unexpected in B school that I learned, which is mountaineering.
Yeah. Now, yeah. So, yeah. So, how did you learn about mountaineering while at business school? Where's the connection there? Tell us more about that.
While in business school, it's like most business school offer the leadership venture program,
Oh,
which
they do.
yeah, they take students to the mountains to learn teamwork, to learn leadership. And I think
Oh.
I'm mountaineering part from that trip.
So did you choose to go on the mountaineering program? I assume they offered a number of choices.
Yeah, I'm curious because I don't know. I'm always picking up the new breadcrumb along the path. So I pick what I don't know. So yeah, so I went to the mountains.
And so what was that like?
Well, actually, I didn't think mountaineering is anything for me because it was started such a disaster that I was totally not fit. I was not trained. I have no skill. I didn't work out. I'm totally not right fit for the mountain climbing.
Yeah.
However, I persevered. I ended up made it in the end, but like that's almost like using every little strength left in my life.
Really?
And I feel like, all right, I'm done. I know this is not something for me.
So you came back from that trip and you said, "Okay, that was good. Good challenge. I've been there, done that. I probably won't do that again."
Yeah, I never thought I would touch it again.
Now we know, because we just read your bio, so we know that that's not true. So what changed your mind? Because not only did you mountaineer again, but you really mountaineered.
Well, it was a movie. The movie
Oh,
called Touching the Void. It's a documentary movie about two British climbers. One, they were climbing first ascent in Peruvian Andes, and one of them broke a leg on the way down. And
mhm.
in the end, he survived and crawled out on his own power. So that was like a hero movie, and that kind of woke me up. Just like there, it's not just people climb mountain. People can be so heroic, so brave, so courageous. They can survive something impossible. That really sparked me my something in my heart. Like at that time, I didn't understand like why this movie touched me so deep, but I couldn't explain. But I got more curious. I want to know what is really is mountaineering. Even though I did one, I didn't really put in any effort to understand it because I thought that's it, I'm done. But that movie made me look into this again, and I found my heart is drawn to that. I want to learn. I want to become someone like that.
Wow. So one movie really just touched your heart and got you, sounds like, wildly curious about taking on more challenges like that.
Yeah, I think the spirit in the movie is
Yeah.
thrill because that movie, if you watch it, it's a documentary. It's not anything thrill, exciting, that kind of thing. It's the spirit of the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
That's to me that make me like I want to be someone like that.
Were you done with business school by
Yeah,
then? Yeah.
graduate. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so you saw the movie and you were out of business school. What was your life like at that time when you saw that movie and made that, and your heartstrings were pulled at that point?
I was just like any other MBA graduate who is working in a on a promising career track. What you can say that I was working in investment management in Boston,
Uh-huh.
and life is like 12 hours a day. All your heart, your mind is about thinking about the job, and especially for new graduates, you are very passionate, dedicated to your job. So I wasn't thinking anything else. I
Uh-huh.
didn't think I'm not happy or I missed something, looking for something. I wasn't.
Yeah.
So it totally came out of blue.
So yeah, you just said, "Hey, I think I'll see this movie," and then it moved you in ways you just couldn't even imagine. So what did you do from that point going forward?
Then I went to the library, borrowed all the documentaries about Mount Everest.
Oh,
Then I watch it and then so mountaineers are not some special human. Mountaineers are just normal people.
ah,
They look just like people on the street next door in my job or like a normal ordinary person.
hmm.
I figured if they can do it, then I should be able to do it too.
Wow. Wow. So, so you continued on with your job in Boston and started investigating this further. What were some of your next steps? What was going on in your mind?
Well, I think that's a pattern in my life is that when I see something new, I actually pick it up pretty fast and take action pretty fast.
Yeah.
So after spending a whole weekend watching all the movies about Everest, I decided my daydream is to climb Everest that weekend. Yeah, I made a dream list on the Sunday evening. I did put on an Excel spreadsheet and put the mountains on it and put the year on it.
So you created a vision. It sounds like you made a list. You decided when you were going to go and how you were going to make it happen. Is that what
I listed all the trips I need to take, what class skill I need to do, and which year I need to do it. So I made a plan.
So in other words, in order to climb Everest, there were a lot of things that you needed to do to be ready to do that.
Yeah, especially for someone who don't even know how to drive out of city, don't even know where the trailhead, have never even read a trail map. That's a lot of steps to take.
So by the end of that weekend, you had a
spreadsheet.
You had a spreadsheet. You do move fast. So from that weekend of movies about Everest and that spreadsheet, how long did it take you to then get to Everest and climb Everest?
6 years.
Wow. So what were some of the, I assume there were some other things that might have happened in your life during that 6 years. Were there other jobs or were you still living in Boston at the time?
Yeah,
or
I was in Boston all those 6 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of things happened because it's more than just climbing a mountain. It's a choice of lifestyle, of career tracks of your future life. Because that take over so much because I started from almost no foundation. I was a book nerd. I need to start learning how to hike, how to run. I need to start going to the gym. Then I need to learn the skills and I need to be comfortable going out in all kinds of weather, all kinds of terrain, and be comfortable sleeping in a tent, living on the road for weeks, months. So that's a huge change for someone who came just to live the life spending 12 hours in an office and only know school and job. That's a dramatic change.
I would imagine there might have even been people who knew you were doing this who said, "Hey, what'd you do with Lei? Where'd Lei go?"
Yeah. People hard to understand because I don't look like someone who can go out to do those things. I look like just a poor city girl kind of the kind of person. Doesn't look like someone who can be wild and get comfortable with all kinds of rough conditions.
Were there other people who you got involved in this process with you in any way, or did you make this all I mean, I know obviously getting to Everest, you have to have a guide and you have to be part of a group when you go there. what was your process like over those 6 years? I mean, you're talking, I hear, you're saying you had to really physically train and get yourself acclimated to a lot of different conditions. Were there people who you had to hire to help you with certain aspects of it, or what was that like?
Well, I don't have anyone in my life that to do it with me, but definitely you need a whole village, whole community support for doing anything hard. So I first seek out where I can learn the skills. I research all the outdoor schools, guides that I can connect to learn from them, and I joined all kind of community that within my reach that I can join to find the people who can do certain things with me, train some part with me, show me something, or be my partner, or even get on some trip with me. So I get as much help as I can get the coaches, get all the support. So many people helped me.
And would you say that you were seriously preoccupied or almost maybe obsessed with this after a while?
You are totally right. To the obsessed level, because taking from no foundation to a level of Everest, that's a huge effort. And I know I'm not a talented sports athlete to grow up, and I'm not gifted with any skills needed. So I know I need to put in extra effort. That's something I always believed in my school years. Always believe I need to put in extra effort. I don't have anything special. I have to work hard.
And it's interesting listening to you talk about this, because it sounds like when it came to things like intellectual pursuits, if you wanted to switch gears and learn science versus writing versus other academic disciplines, it sounds like those things came more naturally to you. You could switch academic disciplines and move into other areas. And you did that at least earlier in your life. You did that a few times. But when it came to something that was more physically challenging, you really had to make the process more deliberate and really had to apply yourself to it almost in a new and different way than you had when you had tried new things before that were more academically challenging or intellectually challenging. It sounds like this was like an extra new experience for you in that way. Does that capture it?
Yeah, you are right. Because I I do know my my own strengths, my own weakness, because I know intellectually I'm very smart. That's my strength. That's why I can pick up learning things really fast. But I know physically I have no advantage. Throughout all the school years, I was the one who barely can pass the PE test in class. So I know I have no advantage. I was never selected into any sports team or anything. Even back the coach, can you please take me? I want to join. Like, sorry, you're not fast enough. You are not strong enough. I couldn't get into any sports team. I just why I can pass the PE test.
Yeah. So, and yet, with preparing for this and the spreadsheets and all the different moving parts that you had to coordinate to make this happen, it almost sounds like you could use the best of both parts of yourself to really make this happen. And you were able to, engage in some new relationships and meet other people who were into this. I assume maybe along the way you even met other people who had climbed Everest and got some of their advice along the way.
Yeah, I seek out advice, help wherever I can get. If I hear anyone mention, oh, I know someone who did this, I'll be like, oh, can I talk to him to see how he did it, what he learned, how he handled this situation, that situation. So I reach out to all the help I can get.
Yeah. So while you were getting ready over those 6 years, you were still working full time, probably lots and lots of hours. Is that right?
Yeah, so I was using all my vacation time for climbing. So I had no other life in those years.
Wow. You plotted and planned this all out. It took 6 years. Did you know from the day you created the spreadsheet that it would take 6 years, or did your planning have to change over time?
Well, when I made the plan was purely daydreaming plan. It's not a scientific plan. I was just because after I decided I want to climb Everest, I said, okay, what are some other smaller mountain I need to climb so I can be ready?
Yeah.
Then I found out this thing called the Seven Summits. So I can list out the seven summits and align them from easy to harder ones year by year. So that happened to be 6 years.
Ah,
I didn't have a scientific plan knowing 6 years should be the right. I'm just thinking I have vacation every year to climb one mountain. So 6 years would lead me to Everest.
I see. So some of the other summits that are also well known as being challenging summits, you climbed those first.
Yeah, because I figured I can now know if I'm ready or not. So I have to do something easy first. If I finish this one, I can do the next one. So I figured it's just going from first grade to sixth grade in 6 years. I plan.
So I don't even know how to ask you about this, but how do you tell people about your experience climbing Everest, or what it was like when you reached the top, or when you've worked so hard for so many years on something and then you've completed it? How do you feel?
It felt surreal because I couldn't believe it. When I daydreamed about Everest, I seriously didn't think I'm really going to do it.
You didn't.
Because I was thinking, okay, this will get me to the gym. So I can start I can be healthier. So I wasn't thinking I'm really going to go that far because I really believed you can shoot for the moon. So you can land on some stars. That was my my plan. But my plan ended up when I see, I really followed the spreadsheet, which is very interesting. So it felt totally surreal because even when I was on Everest, I still didn't feel I was ready. I still feel I'm not strong enough. I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, I was the slowest, the weakest one on my team. I had almost no chance at that time because everyone looked at me like, no way, you are not, you're not the right one for here.
Really? So you are, I assume, at one of the base camps, and you felt like you were not ready.
Yeah, I never felt ready, and no one believed I can do it because everyone has a doubt.
Now, how did you know that they believed you couldn't do it?
Oh, it's obvious. You can see from their eyes.
Really?
When you first met them, you're going to see their eyes not looking at you with a wide like, who is coming? And then you can see when they start walking, they're going to say, oh, you need to learn how to walk. Obviously, I didn't grow up in the mountains. So even after 6 years hard work, I still obviously didn't grow up in the mountain, didn't have those natural talents for those things.
So, I think about how people dream or have, they set a goal and they want something so badly in their lives. And maybe, there's also another set of voices in their head saying, this will never happen, or I don't know how I will make this happen. All that negative self-talk, all those other things, which sounds like you had, you were working very hard. You were doing a lot of positive things to make it happen, clearly. And you were giving it everything you had, but then there was this voice of doubt in there as well. And, that for many people, that could have really gotten in the way and you could have failed.
Yeah.
But you didn't. So what do you think got you to the top?
Well, because I didn't really think I'm going to make it, so I'm not really tied to the result so much. I just say I'll just go as far as I can. Every step higher is a win.
Every step higher is a win. I
Yeah,
see.
celebrate. Oh, now I arrived at 10 Camp 1. Oh, this is the highest elevation I've ever been in my life. I think that's it's a celebration point already. So I'm not really upset. Oh, if I don't make it to the summit, what's the point to be here? What's going to happen if I don't make it? All I cared about, oh, wow, it's a new record for me. I'm just pretty excited. And because for me, I was on the mountain because when I started this daydream, I believed an ordinary person can climb Everest, can achieve something extraordinary.
Yes.
I was there. I just want to show people how far you can go.
Yeah.
And I say the chance of me summiting is really small, but
Yeah.
I'm tell people you can only stay there. I want to show people at least you can get here, you can get here. Just see how far you can go.
Yeah.
So I keep on going, and it's just my luck, I guess. Just only
Well, I would say your hard work paid off as well. I'm guessing the conditions were right as well. I know that sometimes conditions can prevent people from getting there too. But
well, it's luck, but definitely more important is the mental strength. I think a lot of people are tied to the results. So when they see, I think the condition not the best, or I think my physical condition not the best. I think the too much danger. I think so they have a lot of reason because they think they cannot make it to the summit. Then they give up. And
mhm.
I wasn't concerned about the summit or not. I'll just go see how far I can go.
So it sounds like you remained somewhat unattached to the outcome and you just celebrated each achievement as you went along.
Yeah, I think actually it's very important that in our life, in our career, in whatever
Yeah.
adventure we're taking in our life, I found a lot of times the fear about the failure, fear about how other people are going to see me, fear about what if, is very tied to the result we are expecting. But if we are not expecting the result, but expecting our own performance, that I will do my best. Say the fear is want to start a new business. Instead of worry about, will I be able to make it IPO? Will I be able to bring it to $1 million? I just see if I can just launch my first products, get my first customers, and get it going, keep on growing every month by 10% or something, just allow you keep on focusing on your performance, on your next step instead of the end result. Actually, you don't need to worry about the fear so much. It's something
Yeah.
small. You can manage it. It's just a small step.
I think what you're also talking about though is really a mindset, a mental framework that if you can allow yourself not to be overly attached to the ultimate outcome and just focus on what's right in front of you, you can you can you can keep moving forward.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just like in any like coaching or entrepreneurships, like we have big dreams, we have big vision we want to achieve. But what you focus on day to day is your step in
Yes.
this plan, in this journey.
Yeah. Yeah. So so you made it to the top. When was that? When did you achieve that?
Exactly 10 years ago.
Exactly 10 years ago. Wow. Do you feel like it was just yesterday or does it feel like it was a long time ago?
Both.
Yeah.
Because ever since the summit, I still feel that moment was in the dream, feel like surreal. But every day look at it, it almost always like yesterday.
Mm,
Like I was just there.
mm. So once you did that, did you say, "Hey, I'd like to do that again"?
No,
Or was it like the trip to Ecuador where you said, okay, I've done that, I'm done?
not exactly to Everest, but I still love mountains so much. I still climb all the time and still keep on working on my performance, on my skills, want to be able to become a better climber, be able to perform better. So I'm still quite upset about improving myself in terms of climbing, but I'm
Uh-huh.
more interested in what I learned on the mountains. What does it
Mm,
mean to our life, to our career?
mm.
How I can use that, what I learned to help other people.
So tell
Because
me more about that. How do you use that experience in your coaching, and what do you talk about when you speak to groups?
I became a motivational speaker because during those 6 years, I transformed myself dramatically. I gained a totally different perspective on life,
Yeah.
on career, on everything. And I can see myself changing spiritually. The how
Oh.
I see everything, my attitude, my take on to anything difficult. It's just a totally different person. And I always wanted to pass on that to other people. So I started doing the motivational speaking. And I also really want to see people really, after they learn something from me, they can really implement in their life to develop some results that they desired.
Hmm.
So then naturally, coaching is a path,
Yeah.
good company with speaking.
Yeah. So that all kind of transpired as you were in the process of training. It wasn't just once you accomplished the the actual, the bigger goal. It was really a gradual transformation over those years of training and anticipating this bigger goal.
Yeah, just kind of following the how you feel, following your heart. So I just feel when I was growing up, I'm more like engineering minded students. So I wasn't thinking anything related to human being.
Yeah.
I'm thinking everything in terms of numbers, in terms of subject matter.
Yeah.
But climbing, I begin to get more in touch with the human part of the world.
Yeah. And so what is your for the point of our listeners, what should they know about your current practice if they were to want to get in touch with you or reach out to you? What should they know about your work today?
I work, I'm especially interested in working with women and people of color because that's where I feel deeper connection. However, of course, I'm open to anyone who want to reach out to me. And I think people who are considering career transition,
Mhm.
they want to have something different. They want to have a bigger, bolder life,
Mhm.
and I can help them because I believe that is totally possible for anyone who desire a bigger life, and especially people who want to make a deeper, more meaningful impact in this world.
Mhm.
Because for me, it's all life is all about the passion, about the purpose. So I am very passionate. If someone have a challenging goal that's a deep impact, meaningful purpose, I'll be so excited to work with them.
So if people were to want to reach out to you, what would be the best way for them to find you?
Please email me at lei, Lei, at journeywithlei.com. And if you reach out from this podcast, I'm happy to offer you a free consult session.
Wow. That's very generous of you. We will have all that information in the show notes, of course, so people will be able to find you, and also any social media links that you're connected with. And before we go, if you had to offer somebody who is in the midst of a career transition one key piece of advice, what would that be?
Be true to your heart. you cannot get to your best if you are not doing something you're truly excited about, you're truly passionate about.
I couldn't agree more. Well, Lei Wang, thank you so much. It's been a delight and a pleasure. We could have gone on and on and on. I would love to hear more about your adventures. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. I really enjoyed this show.
I hope you enjoyed my interview with Lei Wang. It was so interesting to speak with her to learn about her personal and professional adventures. What is your key takeaway from our interview? If you are interested in any of the resources or links mentioned in today's podcast, you can find them on the blog page of my website at www.tammygoulerloeb.com. Just look for episode 083. Are you thinking about what's next in your professional life? Perhaps there was a thought or idea that was sparked by listening to today's podcast that you'd like to put into motion in your life. Not sure where to begin or think about what kind of support you might need? I am offering a 6-session small group mastermind program for women who want to explore their what's next. You will get the information, inspiration, and support you need to get where you are going next. Cohorts are starting on a rolling basis. By the completion of the group, you will be ready to take on new goals. Are you interested? Check out my free 3 tips and 3 resources to help you navigate your career in a new direction. You can find them at www.tammygoulerloeb.com/3-tips-and-3-resources. If you were interested in this episode with Lei, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's show. Remember, subscribing is always free. Are you enjoying the podcast? I'd love to read your review on Apple Podcasts. It's easy to find through my website at www.tammygoulerloeb.com/podcast. Just click on the Apple Podcast button and follow the instructions provided there. Thanks so much for listening. And remember, it's never too late or too impossible to increase your sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in your work and other meaningful activities. Let me know how it's going for you. And who knows, maybe you'll be my next interview on this podcast. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Work from the Inside Out podcast. For more information, you can find us at www.workfromtheinsideout.com.